What's up, YouTube? How we doing today? We're back again on good old faithful California Delta, and we got a whole day ahead of us. Hopefully the bite's good, even though I feel like I'm a little too far south, if that makes sense. But you know, what applies to one part of the Delta should apply to everywhere, you would think. It's 8:06. We got about 4 hours to get to where I'm trying to go, because that's when about high tide is. Well, 4.5, 5 hours. So I guess we can make a few stops every now and then. I don't think this whole stretch is going to be any good, but you know, like I just said, 4.5, 5 hours. Pretty nice day today, it seems like. I don't know if that's going to be good for the bite, bad for the bite. Don't know if these fish are pre-spawning right now. We'll find out, I guess. We'll find out after I don't catch anything right here. I didn't even want to throw this one, but it got tangled around my other rod, so here I am throwing it. Oh, what happened there? I just flung my worm off. Yep. Great start to the day. This is what you're here for, right? I mean, that's what you get for throwing a used Senko all day. It is one of the cons of not putting on a fresh bait. So I'm going to take that as a sign to put that away for now and go for what I was originally going for, which isn't going to be any better, but I really want to catch something on it because I don't really use square bills or crankbaits for that matter, even though I just caught some crankbait fish at Rancho Seco. If I remember, I'll put right here. Oh yeah, I got a fish. Very nice. Tiny fish, but very nice. Look at that. I did get a fish. Thought I got a hit, and then it was dead. Yeah, that was fun. Kind of odd. Some smaller fish eating the big crankbait. The medium diver, I want to say it is. It's not the deep diver, it's the medium diver. And one of them, I didn't feel like was a fish. I mean, I set the hook thinking it was a fish at that moment, but there's so much grass around that lake. I figured it was just grass until I seen them come up. Because for some reason, when you catch them on a crankbait, in my experience, which is not a lot of experience, it's when you catch them on a big crankbait, they don't really give too much of a fight. They kind of just give up. They kind of just fucking dead body you. Example, that second fish I caught at Seiko. I'd like to assume it's because the crankbait was so big that their mouth was stuck open and they can't swim as easily. Is that a thing? They're not as agile, aggressive. I don't know, one of those words, but that's my theory. Yeah, hopefully you can change that and get one on the crank today, but no promises. I'm still learning what it's like out here, you know, because the last time I was out here wasn't a good experience to base anything off of. It was like half raining kinda. I also got out here way later. I didn't really go anywhere, which was the plan. The plan was just to get out, not sit around the house and, you know, do something, anything. What's up, Mr. Bird? You see some stuff? Should I be throwing a spinnerbait around here? Catch something. Show me how it's done. Never mind. I really don't know how long I really have to go. At least it's a nice day. Not fighting the wind or anything. Maybe we'll stop a little bit, fish these, this random little tule clump right here. Not saying though that there's any of these are good, but any of you experienced Delta fishermen, should I be fishing these ones or these ones? Because I feel like the sun is doing its thing. These are have a little more sparsity. Yeah, that's the word. Sparsity, yeah. We'll go with that one. But those are just like separate solid ones. Yeah, I don't know, but I'm gonna go with my instinct and go here. But if any of you experienced Delta fishermen are watching this, let me know. tips and tricks are always welcome here on the Bingo Bango YouTube channel. I also feel like this is the kind of stuff you throw a worm at because it's not very vast. The sparse, vast stuff is what you want to throw the reaction bait at. Also, and if you kayak fishermen, what is the depth difference of fishing a reaction like a chatterbait, spinnerbait, etc.? Maybe not so much cranks, but maybe probably cranks too. What is the depth difference from fishing it like this, you know, where you're just sitting down chilling, you know, maybe you're doing a little bit of pedaling, compared to standing up and fishing? Because I know for sure there's a depth difference. I know for sure my chatterbait isn't getting as low as I'd like it to, which means I have to let it sink and kind of reel a little slower than I'd like to, which is fine. What if they want it fast? You know, what am I supposed to do about that? What if I'm just trying to cover water, burn cover water, elicit a strike from these fish just so they could show me where they are? I was watching Greg Blanchard's channel, and when he was doing that spinnerbait video he just made with the underspin and the, remember, maybe he threw a chatterbait. Well, he's throwing chatterbaits. Everyone's throwing chatterbaits. With that spinnerbait video, he's kind of fishing a little high. Now, I don't know if that's because it was just shallow and he needed to do that. Those fish were just aggressive and were hitting any column of the water. I like to think he was fishing the correct column of the water, which is, I'm going to assume, typically the average column of the water you should be fishing. It looks like he was standing sometimes, and some of the times he was holding it like this. Does this make a difference? Do you think this makes a difference? Holding a little up? Because the angle would, I don't know. Maybe he's got a really slow reel. Maybe I just really gotta slow it down. I mean, that's probably what I gotta do, but like I just don't want to. So if anyone could help me out so I could just burn baits and find fish faster. But like, you see this? Tip is on the water basically. What is the difference? Because when your rod's, you know, this angled, I don't see why that'd be the difference, but apparently it is. Apparently that's how fishing science works. The moon controls the water, and then other mother nature is lively and eating, and these birds are, I don't know about these birds, but when you see the other birds on the bank looking for bait fish because that's what they eat, the bass also eat the bait fish, and so you can assume that there's bass because there's bait fish because there's a bird that's looking for bait fish. You see the cows, they're eating, that's a good thing. Because if they're eating, the fish are eating. But if they're not, could be a tough day. But I feel like there's probably many instances where that's the complete opposite. Maybe it's just a random theory instilled in fishermen's heads. But also makes sense. But also sounds like I smoke a lot of weed, and that's the kind of stuff I'd believe. Oh, another thing, I got one of them nets, and then I put the PVC pipe on it. And I was gonna wrap it. I'm still gonna wrap it, but Tackle Warehouse can't get my order, so we're just rocking with it. I mean, I don't mind it. I don't really care. It doesn't make the biggest difference to me. A little customization still works fine. Well, actually, I don't know if it works fine. I'm gonna try and use it today. First fish, I'm gonna hopefully remember to grab that and use it. Big or not, it's going in that net. But I'm pretty sure it's pretty solid. Should be. And then if you don't know, it's that standard kayak G2 Promar whatever landing net. I don't know. It's also in Greg's channel, which is a link to the dude that shows you how to make it, which is like don't remember his YouTube. It's like Yankee something, I want to say. I could be completely wrong. Well, I mean, watching this, chances are you probably watch Greg Blanchard's YouTube, which means you could just go there and then he's got the link and you could make one of these nets. Because honestly, it was pretty freaking easy to make. Pretty easy, pretty simple. I was kind of putting it off because I was like, yeah, it's probably simple on paper, but like the amount of effort that I have to put to make it is probably a little too much. Surprisingly, it wasn't, and I'm a really lazy person when it comes to doing random stuff like that. So yeah, if you want one of them, go ahead, check it out. It's really cheap. It's really like PVC pipe, this cap, which is optional, electric tape for my own sanity of sealing it off. I'm pretty sure that thing's pretty solid. Oh yes. I didn't really mess with this since I put it together to let that JB weld set, but this feels like this could get a big jellyfish. For all you 90s kids, it's a SpongeBob reference. And I gotta say, it seems pretty solid. Oh yeah, and to that dude that commented, asking about where I launch and stuff. It don't matter where you launch, man. To be honest, just bring a stick bait and Texas rig it. And if you don't know how to do that, I'll show you right here. Bang through, out, all the way through with the hook. Turn it, have it sit on that hook's shoulder, and then you just line it up and stick it in. Stick it straight through. And now you should have this, and then you just skin hook it. So now it's weedless. And that is all you need to know how to do to catch fish on the Delta. Anywhere. That is all you need to do to catch fish anywhere. But the Delta especially, there's so many places to throw. You literally throw it wherever, weightless, weighted. I flipped with the 7-inch Senko and I caught something. And I would have showed y'all, except for it was way too dark. That's it, man. That's all you got to do. Just go throw a stick bait of your choice. I will say Senkos, in my opinion, and I feel like most people's opinion, outfish other baits, but they're a little fragile. They get pretty beat up by fish pretty easily, and they cost a lot. They cost more than others. Like for just a couple of bucks more of one pack, which what comes with like 10? I don't even know, but like come with like about 10. You can get like a pack basically the same color of what are those, yum dingers or whatever? I don't know, the yum stick bait. You can get a pack of like 25 or whatever for maybe just a couple bucks more. In reality, the fish don't really care all that much. It's really the best advice I can tell you if you're just trying to catch fish. You don't even have to launch anywhere. You could just bank fish with the Senko and succeed. You can go to your local pond, you know, one of those like neighborhood ponds that say no fishing, no trespassing, no residents only or whatever. Which of course you don't do that, because you know we don't do that. We don't break rules out here, you know. Even though the security guards don't care. Not that I would know that. Hell, you can even go to Mather and just throw it around the weed lines and stuff. Something will bite it eventually. Might not be big. You'll catch something. This stretch is tough. I don't even know why this dude in front of me is stopping. I'm gonna watch him though. I'm gonna see if he gets anything. But I'm really a firm believer that there's nothing really here. Oh. I was about to say, that's usually how it works. When you truly don't believe anything's there, and then you make a verbal statement about you not believing anything's there, and you truly believe that, that's when you get a bite. Like those feelings of when you've given up on the cast as you're casting it. Like right there, like I've given up on that cast because that's just a bad cast. But once I verbally say this isn't it, that's when you get it. Also, if anyone has any recommendations on like seat cushions, specifically for like putting on your kayak seat, let me know. After sitting in this thing for a while, my butt starts to hurt, and which also probably leads to bad back problems, which I got a back support thing, so hopefully that works. It barely feels any different, but hey, might be the difference maker. Maybe a little softer to sit on, and also on top of like could possibly just raise me up a little bit. Little seat risers, because I don't quite understand where people are getting those seat risers from. It's like some dude I hear. It's just a dude that 3D prints it. I don't know, man. I'm beginning to think they're just not over here. These are pretty sucky conditions for the fish. Not so much me. These are great conditions for me. But you know how it goes. The nicer the conditions for you, the worse it is for the fish. Maybe not worse, but for the fishing. That's a pass. That's a pass. Let's get over. I don't even know if I can do this. Are you ready? Easy peasy, dude. Look at that. Ease in peas. I don't even care. Get in here. I don't know how to net. Okay. Okay. I don't know how to use a net. Hey, no skunk though. What's up? You're not a keeper. It's tough. Whoa, someone tried to eat you. Well, I appreciate it, dude. And just like that, fellas, we don't skunk. Somehow. I was completely ready to skunk though. And I could take that off and put on a new one. And we can start catching them. Maybe? You guys like those net skills though? Think this is fish? Well, we'll never know. Let's go. And I used the net. Not a bad one. Of course I lose my worm. You're like 2.9. For the day like today, I will take that any day. Alright, I appreciate you, buddy. Go back home now. I kind of found him. Better late than never, huh? Let's see if we can get another one. Does this mean I throw the chatter? Because it'd be fun, but just because they're hitting the worm doesn't necessarily mean they'll react. Well, we're not doing too bad anymore. Are you a keeper? Back up, back up, back up, back up, back up. I'm pretty sure you're a keeper. You're a keeper. 2.9 and 110. Alright. Thanks, dude. These fish are like, I don't know, man. Picking it up so softly and then swimming. And I'm just like, I think my line's moving, but I'm not sure. So I'm just holding them and then I just wait for them to give me a head shake to confirm that they are indeed a fish. They are indeed a fish and indeed trying to eat my worm. I'm gonna try this once and I might backlash. That's why you try it once. Get in. Get in. It is exactly why you do that. Hell yeah. I like it. Relax, bud. Alright. They're biting right now. 2-2. That was magic if I've ever seen it. You know, you gotta skip under the rest of it now, right? Probably not there, but you never know. I have to back it all the way up. All the way up. Oh, shit. This is why I said I was gonna do it once. Oh my god. That's why we put it back on 3. Nope. Okay. Worth the shot. nice one too. And I got it behind the people on the boat, so that's rewarding in its own sense. 2-3 on the board, solid. Alright, I think that's probably gonna call it for today. I got a long ways back. Might drop a couple casts here and there, try and get that last fish, but it's looking like just sticking with the 4 today. But either way, glad I got those 4, even though it took all day. You know, better than getting skunked. And 4 is better than 3. So on and so forth. Really dreading this pedal back. I should have headed back earlier.